Okay, so basically every day during the fall becomes game day. And while I still want game day food, I can't be eating deep fried whatever and housing full bags of chips every night. So today I've got three kind of reimagined lower fat, lower calorie alternatives that you could honestly make every single game if you wanted to. Let's break it down.
First up is kind of a Tex-Mex inspired queso dip, except we have a bigger ratio of lean meat compared to the cheese, so it's actually quite filling and you could honestly make a meal out of it. So to start, get one jalapeno and finally mince that up into pieces, then additionally get out a spoonful of cumin seeds. Now for the meat, add a half pound of 99.1 lean ground turkey to a plate and add 2 grams of salt, a sprinkle of garlic powder, a sprinkle of chili powder, and a sprinkle of MSG for some umami before just mixing that together. Lastly, get out 250 milliliters of evaporated milk along with grating 100 grams of yellow American cheese and 100 grams of this Cabot light cheese. Now, you can feel free to use any mix of cheeses you want. Typically, I like one nice melting cheese like Velveeta, cheddar, or Gouda, and then mixing it with this higher protein Cabot cheese makes it a little bit healthier. Now, with the mise en place, the dip comes together in like 10 minutes. So at the stove, place a pan over medium heat and add 5 grams of neutral oil. Once hot, add the jalapeno and the cumin seeds and just toast until they are fragrant, being careful not to burn them. Then follow that with the ground turkey mixture and cook for 2 to 3 minutes, and of course use a potato masher to crush that meat up into those perfect little pieces that will fit onto the chip. Once the meat is cooked, follow with the evaporated milk and just stir that together, and you want to bring the mixture to a simmer before stirring in all of the grated cheese. Now, turn the heat to low and stir that sauce so it thickens up a bit, and if you do want it thicker, you can just add more cheese, or if you want it thinner, add more milk, but do note that it will thicken up quite a bit as it cools, so even if it looks fairly liquidy, I promise it'll thicken up once you actually get to serving it on the chips. And once you are happy with the consistency, I also like to sprinkle in some more cayenne powder and some smoked paprika. Hot sauce is another great addition right here. Now, you could spoon this out into a bowl, maybe add some diced tomato, pickled onions, and cilantro to make it look fancy, or just dip it as is. A 4-ounce or 114 gram serving has 190 calories and 19 grams of protein, which is pretty solid in my opinion. Now, where you do have to be careful though is the chips. So this is 56 grams or 2 servings of chips, which come in at 280 calories. And this may look like a lot, but when you have the bag open, 2 servings can easily become the entire bag. So what I like to do is set 2 servings of chips on a plate, separate them, then for a little more spice, add some habanero to the cheese sauce, drizzle that over the bottom layer, then place some more chips over that and drizzle the rest of the sauce over the top before hitting it with some shredded lettuce, diced tomato, and pickled onion. And this entire plate comes in at 500 calories and is quite filling actually. You can make it into a little meal, but let's talk chicken. The 4 o'clock games are coming up, and instead of buffalo chicken, I'm doing a simple Sriracha chicken filling that can be used for almost anything. So first we need some shredded chicken. So to a pot of water, add a big pinch of salt along with a bay leaf, and then when the water is simmering, just slide in the chicken breast. And after they reach around 150 degrees Fahrenheit internal, just slide them out and let them cool for 10 or 15 minutes before shredding it into threads. Now, I like to taste the chicken here and just add a bit of salt, but for the actual filling, set a bowl over a scale and add 30 grams of low-fat sour cream, 15 grams of Sriracha, the juice from a slice of a lemon, a sprinkle of garlic powder, 15 cranks of black pepper, and a pinch of salt. Then you're just going to toss in that cooked chicken along with some sliced scallions and mix everything up, and there you have a super basic chicken filling. Now, 150 grams of the chicken clocks in 195 calories and 36 grams of protein. And today I went with a wrap. So I put down some lavash bread, followed by 150 grams of the chicken, some pickled onions, a sliced and salted tomatoes, then some finely sliced lettuce before just wrapping that thing up very tight. Then always slice it on a diagonal, and you plate it up for a damn good looking wrap that's actually only 355 calories and 42 grams of protein. Now be creative with this stuff. So something else that I did was just make some baked taquitos, basically just spritz some corn tortillas, filled it and wrapped them with cheese, and then baked it until it's crisp on the outside. There's plenty of possibilities on what you can do from salads to sandwiches to burritos, but let's make some poppers. Then last up, we're not going to win any food porn contests with these jalapeno poppers, but they are quite delicious. 3 components, the jalapenos, the fillings, then a crunchy adobo topping. So to a bowl, add a block of low-fat cream cheese, then to season this, add a sprinkle of garlic powder, 10 cranks of black pepper, and the juice from 2 halves of a lime, then just start mixing it together. This is going to evenly disperse the seasoning, then also whip some air into the cream cheese, making it have a bit more volume. To prep the jalapenos, first cut off the stems and then just slice the jalapenos in half. And to clean them out, you can feel free to use a spoon, or honestly, I'm just a madman and like to use my hands. Just remember to wash those hands before you go scratching anywhere. Now with the jalaps clean, just slather the cream cheese mixture into the halved jalapenos the best you can. And I had 24 halves, and that one package of cream cheese fit just about perfectly. Next, just toss these into the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 or so minutes, which will cook the peppers and warm that cheese. So while those are baking, we're going to prep the crunchy topping. So to a small bowl, add a drizzle of chipotle in adobo sauce, about 5 grams of oil, a sprinkle of cayenne powder, and just a little sprinkle of MSG. Then we're going to spoon that mixture over 20 grams of panko breadcrumbs and just shake that up to disperse it. Once the poppers are out of the oven, we're going to add that seasoned panko over the top, and you may need to break up the cheese a little bit so it sticks better, but just add a nice sprinkle over the top of each piece to provide us with that extra crunch. Once that's applied, these go back into the oven under the broiler this time for just about a minute or two, and definitely keep an eye on these or else you may burn the topping a bit like I did, but you can always just flake the burnt pieces off. Now, like I said, these aren't the prettiest things, but they are really quite good. I tossed back like 10 of these in just a few minutes. A more conservative plate of 6 of these will clock in at 185 calories, and you can enjoy as many as you want.
All right, everybody, so let me know down in the comments which of the dishes that you are likely to try. For me, I really love that cheesy and meaty kind of queso dip. Really good on a lot of things. Also makes really, really good quesadillas and kind of gives you like that Taco Bell vibe, which I'm all about. So all the recipes will be up on my website and linked down below if you guys want to check them out. But that's going to wrap it up for me in this one. Catch you in the next one. Peace, y'all.